Good morning, everybody. This is Randy with NEIF. Welcome to our JCP&L 0% OBR launch. We're excited to have everybody on board. We are recording these sessions. I think there's two scheduled for next week. For those of you who'd like to do a one-on-one with your team, that is definitely a possibility. All you need to do is go to my link, my email signature, and schedule a calendar invite for a day and time that works for you and your team. This presentation should only take about 15 minutes. Over the next 15 minutes or so, I'll take you through the program details, the credit criteria, our sales process, the rebate application, the required documentation that accompany the rebates, some of our contractor tools. I will be taking questions. There is a chat on the toolbar for the link for Zoom. So if you do have your questions, just type them in. I will be answering those at the very end. Also, we have two other programs in the state of New Jersey, utility programs, that is. We also have RICO. For those of you selling up in the northeastern part of New Jersey, that program is active. Very similar credit criteria and process as the program we have now. The only big difference there is the RICO program is not an OBR program. For those of you who cover the southern part of the state, a lot of questions regarding the ACE 0% program, which is in a temporary pause right now. We're hoping to see that program active very shortly. So as far as the program is concerned, a couple new details here. So all the loans on this program will be repaid on the applicant's JCP&L utility bill. The credit criteria is the same. They're going to need a 640 or higher FICO score, no bankruptcies within the last 5 years, and also the DTI, that's debt to income, has to be equal to or less than 50%. Also, whoever is applying for the loan, their name does need to appear on the deed as well as the utility bill for JCP&L. No rental properties are available for this program, and also properties that are held in a trust are not eligible. The loan can be prepaid, but it must be prepaid in full. Okay, so if they're adding an additional, let's say, $100 to the bill, that will go towards next month's utility bill. If they do sell the property and they're staying within the JCP&L territory, that is, they'll have a new account with them, the loan balance will be transferred over to that account. If they're moving outside of the JCP&L territory, the loan must be paid for in full. So there's a lot of similarity between this program and the older program. For those of you who've seen T1 and T2, T1 is the first triennium, that first iteration of the 3-year program that ended on December 31st. We're now in, quote, the second triennium, which will go through June 30th, 2027. Okay. $2,500 is the minimum. They've increased the loan amount to $25,000, which should help you put more high efficiency equipment in. Secondly, you'll need an approved rebate or have a rebate attached to the product that you are installing. That's how you know that the product will be eligible for financing. NEIF, we're not an HVAC contractor, so we're taking the honor system from when you send us your contract, your proposal, you're going to need to put the measures on that contract. So again, we're taking your word that you're installing the correct SEER and year. The rebate cannot be financed, so that would be considered as an immediate cash discount. Everything will be verified when you send the rebate application, which I'll take you through in a moment, to Clear Result. They'll verify that the product is eligible. They'll notify NEIF, and we'll go ahead and fund the loan. As I mentioned, the rebate is considered as an immediate cash discount. For all financial transactions, the rebate will always go to you, the contractor. For those of you who are on the call that are not yet a contractor for NEIF, I will take you at the end of the presentation to a link that you can enroll in the programs. Also, you can only use one utility program, and this isn't anything that's not new for financing. So, for example, you can't use $25,000 for JCP&L and $25,000 for New Jersey Natural Gas or PSE&G or any of the other utilities that surround JCP&L. Once they do apply, they'll get an immediate credit decision. We'll send an email to both you and the homeowner to send us your contractor proposal. This is not a credit card. This is definitely on-bill repayment. And if the homeowner asks when they're going to get their first bill on the OBR program, everybody has a different billing cycle, so it could take up to 2 billing cycles for that loan to appear on their bill. Also, a new addition, they've extended the term. So the old program was just 36 and 60. It's a 3 and a 5 year. It's pushed out to a 7 year option. Okay. So that will lower the monthly payment option to your homeowners. Again, you will need a qualifying improvement to be eligible for that. And for the whole home energy solutions, they changed the name from Home Performance with Energy Star, which sunsetted on the 31st of December. That goes out to a 10-year term for any type of project that is over $10,001. As far as the qualifying improvements, again, not much has changed. Heat pumps, central air. You can add a gas furnace or boiler, providing you're putting in the central air that has to hit the minimum SEER and EAR. The minimums are 15.2 on the SEER and 12 on the EAR. Something else that's a little bit different on this triennium, they're not allowing you to finance an existing 90% condensing furnace or boiler to a new 90% condensing furnace or boiler. Okay. The way the payment structure will work, we actually added this. This is new from the last triennium. You could use your pre-screen tool that each of our approved contractors have, and that looks like this. So all you need to do is enter, this is a soft credit pull, by the way, through TransUnion, is the first and last name, the property address, city, state, and zip, and this press submit, and you're going to get a result back that the homeowner is approved for one of the following, either up to $10,000 with that FICO score. This range here, they'll get up to 15,000. A 700 to a 719 goes up to 20, and anybody with a 720 plus FICO score will be eligible for the full $25,000. We also have an Energy Plus loan, which is our market rate program. It does have an interest rate tied to it that you could use that loan in tandem with this loan. So if somebody has a 720 plus FICO score, they can put 25,000 on JCP&L, and with the Energy Plus loan, the same bucket of FICO score goes up to 35,000. So if you just subtract the 35 from the 25,000, there's an extra $10,000 in borrowing power. We do have a calculator for your convenience. If you're doing straight HVAC, you can leave it right here. You can show the homeowner, this is the project cost, okay? And you'd plug in the rebate amount. Again, we cannot finance the rebate. So in this example, the finance transaction would be $14,900. But a more simpler way to do it is just divide by 36, 60, or 84 from whatever your project cost is. Okay. As far as the eligibility of the homeowner, as I mentioned, they do need to hit our credit criteria. Their name does need to appear on the deed as well as the utility bill. Again, a 640 or higher FICO score, as we just listed, no bankruptcies within 5 years, and the debt to incomes equal to or less than 50%. This loan also is geared towards their primary or secondary, which is your vacation home. They do need to be deeded. Co-ops are available. And again, has to be owner occupied. So no rental properties at all. Okay. As far as the credit guidelines, I just took you through that. The process is pretty simple. This slide deck here will be appearing shortly on this page. All right. So all you need to do, first and foremost, is propose an eligible product that is listed on the rebate application form, which I'll show you shortly. The customer has 120 days of a credit approval from the day that they actually apply for the loan. If it goes up to 120 days or beyond, they do not need to reapply All they need to do is have their credit repulled. From there, they're going to get an immediate credit decision. By the way, that's a hard credit pull. Unlike our pre-screen application link, that's a soft credit pull that will not appear on their credit report or affect their FICO score. So once you get that email, and same with the homeowner, all you need to do is upload a picture or a PDF of the specific contractor proposal, specify the specific equipment, list the SEER and the EAR rating with the total job cost. As I mentioned earlier, we cannot finance the actual rebate, so that's considered an immediate cash decision. And then from there, we just need to see the net financed amount that will appear on their utility bill. So other than have the homeowner apply and you send us your contract, your proposal, we do all the heavy lifting from there. Again, it's the honor system. You're telling us what you're going to be installing with the measures that will be verified by Clear Result. So we can't fund the loan until Clear Result gives us a 2 thumbs up that the rebate application has been approved. Clear Result will send you the check for the rebate amount, and then we're going to fund the balance of the loan. Okay. So once we get everything finalized as far as the DTI, no bankruptcies, we check the credit report, we're going to send out electronic loan docs. So the entire process is electronic, the application, the loan documents. And once they sign the loan documents, we're going to send out via email a separate email to the homeowner and one to you, the contractor. That's our digital completion certificate. Once you and the homeowner sign that, we can actually set the loan up for funding upon us receiving approval from Clear Result. And once Clear Result gives us the approval on the loan, we're going to actually pay that loan within 2 business days. As far as the rebate information, everything will be sent to Clear Result. You can see the hyperlink there in yellow. That's going to go to jcpnl.clearresult.com. And then once you send that up, you have an option to either email it or send it through the contractor portal. The recommendation from Clear Result is to use the contractor portal. They'll get back to you with in 48 hours upon receipt of your documentation. So as far as the documentation that's required, you're going to need to include the following with the completed rebate application. So with the rebate application, you're going to submit either a paid invoice with a 0 balance or paid in full, or a notice to proceed. That's the document or the email that NEIF will send you saying that we have a final approval and that the loan documents have been sent out. Also, we're going to need an AHRI certificate to be submitted with the rebate application. You will need a picture or copy of the utility bill for the rebate application only. Something new on this triennium within the application for JCP&L, they're going to enter their JCP&L account number, and we're going to get verification within the application for credit that they are a valid JCP&L customer. For some reason, if that does not compute, we'll actually get back to you, the contractor, requesting a copy of the utility bill, either a picture or a PDF. But our recommendation would be to get that anyway, because you're going to need that for the rebate submission. For new contractors that have not submitted any rebates to Clear Result, you will need to submit a W-9 form to Clear Result. We have W-9 forms for all of our approved contractors. As far as the actual sales order that we're going to need from your company, you'll see a sample contract on the right. It doesn't have to look like this. We just need a couple of the following things. One, we're going to need your total job costs. Number 2, clearly denote a JCP&L rebate of whatever amount that is. Subtract that from the total job cost. So we need to see the net financed amount that will be appearing on the loan docs. Okay. We also need the SEER and the EAR, as you can see there on the sample. Those are the older measures. But we're going to need to see that SEER and EAR, and again, subtract the rebate amount, and then that's the overall net cost. Okay, so this will be available on the link here. On the very bottom of this page, you're going to see a program brochure. These are available, and for those of you who are new, you'll be receiving a welcome package of hard copy brochures. But this is a trifold that's an excellent sales aid. So for those of you who are new at the program, if you're in the home or at the kitchen table, you can explain to the homeowner everything will be paid on your utility bill. It's an on-bill repayment program. The minimum is 2,500. The maximum is 25,000. We have a 3, 5, and a 7-year option for straight HVAC. And if they do see this 10 years over here, just let them know. We clearly denote it down here that that's for the home performance contractors. Anything over $10,001 is eligible for the 120-month or the 10-year option. As far as applying, we can customize this QR code for each of the contractors that we have that are authorized. So here's another way, other than using your contractor financing gateway to have them apply. You can click on this. It'll take them right to your gateway page where all the application links are located. So here's your eligibility of the loan. This is everything that's eligible as far as the products. And here's the 3 simple steps for you guys to go ahead and follow to get the loan to happen. Okay. Now, as far as the rebate application, that's listed right here. And again, you can find this on NEIF's website. We did send out all the new rebate applications to all the contractors. And as you can see here, I'm going to make this a little larger. All right. So here's what's required. I kind of took you through this, but this is a great review. A paid invoice, okay, with a 0 balance or paid in full, listing the actual type of equipment, the overall purchase price, the model number and serial number. You will also need an AHRI certificate. And for installing any type of air source heat pump or cold climate system, you do need to verify the COP rating using the NEEP product list. And they have the hyperlink right here. So as long as that product is listed right here under the NEEP product list, you're good to go. Any field that has an asterisk is a required field, okay? And as far as the qualifying gas measure, I did mention this earlier, they're not allowing a 90% condensing furnace to a new 90% condensing furnace. So if you do have an 80%, and you're upgrading that to a 95, 6, or 7, or 8% furnace, okay, you're going to have to take a photograph of the previously existing or the older furnace or boiler with the flue visible. That's required. That needs to be submitted with this application in order for that to be an eligible product, okay? So this really hasn't changed much. So you're going to need to have this information filled out. They will need their account number, and they're also going to need their account number in the application process. I mentioned the asterisks. Anywhere that there's a shaded area is more or less your asterisk area. This is you, the contractor. You're going to have to put your license down here, phone number, and the payment will always go to you, the contractor, for a financed transaction. Okay. They're assigning, that is, the homeowner is, that you are getting the payment. For a cash deal, the homeowner will get the rebate. On bottom of page 1 and the top of page 4, the homeowner is going to need to sign, date, and print. And I'm just going to scroll down to the top of page 4. You, the contractor, will also need to sign, date, and print your name. Okay. Going back to the products, give you an example here. If you're putting in central air, if you notice over here, the rebates have gone down, but the good news is the homeowner is getting 0%, and they extended the term out to 7 years. Okay. So just fill in the manufacturer, the serial numbers, and make sure that the AHRI certificate number is there. There are a few reasons why these get rejected. It doesn't mean that you're not going to get paid, but a couple things can make that happen. Number one, you're missing the signature from the homeowner. Number two, anywhere that there's an asterisk, these are required fields. So for example, if we're putting in a central air conditioning system, these shaded areas are all required. That's another reason why it could be, quote, rejected or kicked back. And believe it or not, the last one is that the AHRI certificate does not match the number that's on the existing certificate. So just be mindful that this number here will match that number that's on the actual certificate. Okay. So just in summary, going back to the actual program itself, um, great opportunity for you guys. It's now on bill repayment. The person who's applying, their name not only needs to be on the deed, but also on the utility bill. They'll need a 640 or higher FICO score, no bankruptcies within the last 5 years, and the DTI has to be equal to or less than 50%. Properties that are in a trust are not eligible. Okay, and no rental properties are part of the program. So at this time, if there's any questions at all in the chat, I don't see any. You can sign up for a one-on-one with myself. We will be posting one of the videos from today or two next week. That should be on the website as well. And you'll be able to find that on the very bottom of the page once our marketing department does put that on there. Next to the overview, you'll see the live video training. So again, I don't see any questions. But again, thank you very much for attending. I wanted to keep this short. And as we get more information on the Atlantic City Electric 0% program, believe me, we will be sending out an email blast, and I'll be doing something very similar. So again, Randy with NEIF saying thank you for your time. Thank you for your business. And I did promise those that are on board that are not on the current program with NEIF, all you need to do is go to the contractor link to become an NEIF approved contractor. There's a three-step process. Step number one is to select a trade ally. So if you're looking to utilize and leverage the JCP&L 0% program, just go down to JCP&L. And then from here, all you need to do is fill out the application that's listed right here. Anywhere that there's an asterisk is a required field. If I scroll down towards the very bottom, there's a section here that just want to make sure that you're not a robot. So make sure you fill out that code, press submit. It usually takes anywhere between 24 and 48 hours for an approval. Once approved, we'll send you some links. One will have our program agreement that you guys need to execute. We'll need your W-9. We're also going to need your license number, okay, and also your ACH information. So we do pay via ACH within 2 business days. Lastly, the Energy Plus program can be utilized also in the state of New Jersey. This is our market rate program. It's used for anything regarding HVAC, windows, doors, roofing, siding, generators, electric, plumbing, gas line extensions, tank replacements. A nice little 3-minute video. I have the volume turned off. You can use this video on a sales call or while you're sizing up the job. All the qualifying improvements are listed here. And what's great about this, there are no efficiency ratings. So if somebody did have that 95, 6 or 7% condensing furnace, they're not eligible for the 0%, but you could run it through our Energy Plus loan. And what's nice about this program, we pay within 2 business days. All right. So all you need to do is have them apply for the JCP&L loan, send us your contract and proposal, listing everything you're putting under JCP&L minus the rebate. And below that, put Energy Plus loan, whatever the furnace rating is, all we need is the dollar amount. What's great about this, once the job is completed and everybody signs those completion certificates, we could fund the furnace or boiler within 2 business days rather than waiting for clear result to approve the transaction. So again, this is Randy. It looks like there's nothing in the chat. Thank you very much for attending, and I look forward to supporting everybody moving forward with this program. Have a great day, good luck, and good selling.